What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a thirsty Thursday. Super thirsty round cheer. Oh, April 27, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you every single day and twice on Sundays. That's right. Twice on Sundays. We give you the daily Blitz on Sunday in the morning, and then we got our 8 p.m. Eastern YouTube live show that evening. So 2 shows on Sundays. You're welcome. Oh, first off, before I get into today's topic, I need to send a shout out to all the Michigan fans in my comments. Good job. You landed an in-state tight end, a 4-star. Good job. Don't know what to say. I would throw a party. I would go crazy, go nuts. All you guys think that you just won the Super Bowl or something. I don't understand the obsession with tight ends. Maybe it's that offense that requires 10 tight ends on the roster. I don't know. But you guys are excited. So good job. You got some recruiting momentum now. Carry that across the country as you go and recruit Connecticut and whatever else. I really don't care. This is not a Michigan recruiting show, by the way. You might want to try another channel. Just a PSA for you Michigan clowns. All right. Is there a draft tonight or something? NFL draft? Anybody heard of this? Is this a new thing? I don't know. Anyway, good luck to the Buckeyes in the draft tonight. CJ, all the CJ slander for the last couple of weeks is a joke. How many Ohio State quarterbacks do we have to crank out in the first round of the NFL draft before all these morons, talking heads, before they stop talking shit about Ohio State quarterbacks? How many do we have to crank out? 10, 20? I don't know. One every year? What's the ratio here? Because I hear a lot of bullshit, and we heard it about Justin Fields, Dwayne Haskins, everybody else. So RIP Dwayne. So I just want to know, like, if we could get a number, or is it just for clicks? Because that's really what I think it is. You know that Ohio State is the most rabid fan base in the country, and they really love, really love to respond to negative stuff about their players. The fan base loves, and I mean loves that. So I guess keep clicking away. Buckeye fans, you might want to try ignoring some of these talking heads and just, I don't know, unfollow them or whatever. But you're playing right into their hands. Same with PFF. Every time they tweet out a graphic that's negative about Ohio State, everybody jumps all over it, and you're just helping them. You're just helping them. So, anyways, just my 2 cents. I'm really giving a lot of sound life advice today. Feeling kind of introspective. Yeah. All right. We got a bunch of news. We got a bunch of recruiting news here. We got portal news. We're going to talk in-state Ohio quarterbacks. That's Ohio, not Michigan. We're not talking Michigan recruiting here. Okay. Just another reminder. If I have to say that every show, I will. I'd be happy to. So first off, we're going to talk portal. All right. We got a big-ass offensive tackle out of San Diego State. He's in the portal. His name's Josh Simmons. He's taking an official visit to the Buckeyes tomorrow on Friday, and should go through the weekend, hopefully. And then he's 6'6", 305. Played right tackle, entered the portal last weekend, just finished his redshirt freshman season. He has 3 years of eligibility remaining. He's also going to visit Florida on May 5th and Colorado May 20th. So, yeah, Colorado, I know. Can't believe I said that. He started all 13 games for San Diego State, played almost 800 snaps. Wow, that's insane. PFF grades are not outstanding, but maybe with the right coaching, he can improve. And obviously, just being a second-year guy, he has plenty of development time, you know. And as we all know, O-line is a huge development spot, much like tight ends. Keep that in mind. PFF grades 47.1 overall grade, not good. 60 is average, doing your job. He's much better at pass blocking and run blocking, which is a little bit unusual, but he graded a 65.3 pass protection, a 47.7 in run blocking. Did have 17 penalties. That strikes a nerve with me. But the positive is he has a full season starting as a tackle. As a recruit coming out in the 2021 class, he was a 4-star. He's from the San Diego area. He had plenty of D1 offers, but decided to stay home and play for Brady Hoke the Joke. So, so you might be asking, what is the connection to Ohio State? Why would a kid from San Diego who played at San Diego State be interested in coming to the Midwest? Well, funny you should ask that. I have the answer. Justin Fry actually coached him at a camp when he was at UCLA under Chip Kelly a few years ago. Coached him at a camp, then recruited him to UCLA. So I got him down as a strong Buckeye lean. I think we get Josh Simmons out of the portal, and not saying he's going to start this season, but you've got 3 years of eligibility. That is the key number for me. Even if he doesn't start this year, he definitely adds depth if Tegra and Zen are, kind of not really stepping up to the plate, you might say, at right tackle. So I don't see him affecting that left tackle position. I think Josh Fryer has that close to lockdown, just needs a little bit more consistency. But right tackle for sure. We need depth, if nothing else. We've got a lot of Jags on this roster, especially on the O-line. And I think you know who I'm talking about, because I've talked about it before. All right. What's up next? Oh, I do have a 2024 note here. 4-star running back Jordan Lyle from Fort Lauderdale. He's a 6 foot, 195-pound running back. He's a top 65 player in the 2024 class. Number 5 running back overall, has offers. He has cut down his list of schools to a top 5. They are Bama, Miami, Ohio State, Georgia, and Florida State. That Florida State one always throws me for a loop now. And Miami kind of, but being from Fort Lauderdale, I get why he'd want to stay home. But Florida State's, not close to Miami. I don't need to do a Florida geography lesson for everybody, but it's a long freaking way if you're driving it. Anyways, so good to see Jordan Lyle has the Buckeyes in his top 5. Definitely going to take another running back if we can get one that we like. We're not just going to take anybody, though. So Tony Alford's still on the prowl for a 3rd running back. So let's get into these in-state Ohio quarterback targets for 2025. We got, you guys all know Ryan Montgomery, brothers Luke Montgomery, current freshman O-lineman for the Buckeyes. So Ryan kind of went into details on his recruiting process and a timeline for his decision, which is important. He's a 4-star right now. He's wrapping up a really busy spring. He visited a ton of Southern schools. He's close to trimming down his list of favorites, but he was at the Elite 11 regional camp in Massillon this past weekend and looked good. Looked like he's developing nicely. Like I said, he'll cut down his list this summer. Decision will come sometime before his senior year. So I would expect that by August at the latest. He's focused on a handful of programs right now that he's built the strongest relationships with, of course. So you got Montgomery, and then you got 5-star Bryce Underwood. They're the only 2025 quarterbacks that the Buckeyes have offered so far. They like to play that very carefully. They don't just throw offers around to quarterbacks ever. But his most likely summer visits will be Michigan, Michigan State, Georgia, Clemson, Florida, and possibly LSU. Obviously, the Buckeyes have gotten a ton of visits from him, and don't forget, like I mentioned yesterday, no more limit on the number of official visits you can take. Not necessarily that Ryan Montgomery is taking a ton of extra visits, but just keep that in mind. There's no longer that 5 limit. Okay. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. And I'm sure he's obviously going to take an official to Ohio State. Let's talk Tavian St. Clair, another Ohio in-state quarterback for the 2025 class. This 25 class is just loaded, not just at quarterback. In Ohio, this is one of the best classes of high school football in years. So we're not going to be able to keep them all. We need to keep all the good ones, all the best ones at least. So don't be surprised when in-state kids in Ohio are starting to leak elsewhere, to other Midwest schools, Penn State, Michigan, Notre Dame. It's going to happen. So lay back and take it, as someone once said. So anyway, Tavian St. Clair has really shown some growth. He was at the Elite 11 camp also in Massillon, a camped at Ohio State last June. He went from since last June, he went from 180 pounds at that Ohio State camp. Now he's up to 207. Wow, at 6'4". So he's 6'4", 207, always had a strong arm. And he's coming off a sophomore year. He completed 70% of his passes for 2,500 yards, 25 touchdowns. That's not bad for a sophomore. I know I don't know what their offense is like, but that's good for a sophomore. The way he carries himself, though, this year is much different than last. He's carrying himself with much more confidence. He's open to competition. He doesn't matter who offers. He's willing to go and compete at that school. So he's doing a huge tour this summer at multiple schools, visiting for camps and visiting the schools unofficially. He'll be at Oklahoma, Alabama, Mississippi State, Michigan, Notre Dame, Penn State, and obviously the Buckeyes again this summer. He has 11 D1 offers so far, but definitely is going to add more as he does this little tour this summer. No offer from Ohio State yet. But again, don't forget Ryan Day was at the Elite 11 regional camp and saw St. Clair. Ryan Day was there as a father, not as a coach. He was wearing his father hat. I saw it. But did happen to maybe notice St. Clair once or twice, I assume. Anyways, quarterbacks coach Corey Dennis was in Bellefontaine earlier last week. They got a good, solid relationship going, open door relationship. They're welcome. They're able to pop in and visit him anytime, and they welcome him down to watch practice anytime he wants to. So with only 2 quarterback offers right now for this 2025 class, and they're in-state kids, you got one to Ryan Montgomery, and then the other one is to the 5-star Michigan quarterback, Bryce Underwood. So one in-state, one out-of-state. Signing another potential in-state quarterback would be a great option for the Buckeyes if they want to bring in 2. It'd be really nice to get Underwood and like Ryan Montgomery or something like that. I can't see the Buckeyes passing or not taking a commitment from Ryan Montgomery because he's obviously his brother's teammate. Would be a teammate. So let's see what happens. If Buckeyes go after 2 in this 2025 class. It really depends on what happens after this season. If Kyle jumps to the league or Devin transfers out, whatever, or vice versa. So we'll see what happens. That really is going to determine, how the Buckeyes offer going forward. St. Clair, back to him. He did give up playing baseball to focus solely on quarterback development. So I would say keep an eye on St. Clair. He's going to be a good one no matter where he ends up. So keep that in mind. I think that's about it. We'll wrap that up there. And we will talk to you again tomorrow. We'll do some more recruiting. Why not? It's a recruiting time of year. All right. I'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.